Hello students. Welcome to the class. Today we will know about animal tissues. There are 4 types of tissues found in animals: epithelial tissue, connective tissue, muscle tissue, and neural tissue. We will learn the major characteristics of each tissue and examine various types of each tissue under the microscope. Epithelial tissue. It is a thin, protective continuous sheet of cells. Epithelial tissues lines body surfaces and cavities, as well as form glands, including blood vessels. Outer layer of the skin and lining surfaces of the mouth, nose, lungs and stomach, etc. Epithelial form boundaries. Most substances that move into or out of the body must pass through epithelial tissue. One surface of the tissue is free and the other adheres to a basement membrane. Shape of epithelial tissue may be flat, cuboidal or columnar in shape. If the epithelium consists of one cell layer, it is called simple epithelium. Function. The function of epithelial tissue varies depending on its location. Main function of epithelial tissue is protection, as it is lined on skin. Absorption, secretion as it is present in intestine, sensory perception, etc. Now let us see its 5 structurally distinct categories. Simple squamous epithelium. Simple squamous epithelium comprises the inner lining of blood vessels, where it provides a smooth surface that reduces friction as blood travels through the vessels. The wavy lining of the vessel lumen, interior, is simple squamous epithelium. The squamous epithelium protects the underlying parts from mechanical injury, germs, harmful chemical, drying up. Stratified epithelium, found in skin and cornea. It is composed of many layers of the same or different kinds of epithelial cells. Stratified squamous epithelium provides protection against abrasion and pathogens to underlying tissues. It is commonly found on surfaces subject to abrasion, such as mouth, pharynx, esophagus, and outer skin. Cuboidal epithelium. It is found in some parts of kidney, tubules, and in some glandular ducts such as those of salivary glands. Columnar epithelium. It contains vertically arranged cylindrical or brick-like cells. These cells are usually tall in size. Columnar epithelium is generally found in the inner lining of the stomach and intestine. Glandular epithelium. It is also a kind of columnar epithelium, contains some large cells which secrete certain chemical substances. Such cells are common in the lining of the stomach and the intestine. At certain places in the body, glandular epithelium is folded inward to form compact, hollow or tubular glands. For example, the sweat glands and tear glands. Ciliate columnar epithelium. Ciliate columnar epithelial cells are found mainly in the tracheal and bronchial regions of the pulmonary system and also in the fallopian tubes of the female reproductive system. The cells of ciliate epithelium have thread-like protoplasmic projections called cilia at their free end. The cilia constantly keep lashing and move the materials which enter these regions. Next type of animal tissue is connective tissue. Its function is primarily to support, anchor and connect various parts of the body. Although connective tissue exists in a number of forms, all types have 3 basic structural elements: cells, fibers and intercellular substance. This tissue also provides a mechanical framework, the skeleton, which plays an important role in locomotion. It also provides structural framework. Connective tissue cells are separated by non-cellular matrix. The matrix is a non-living material which may be liquid, semi-solid or solid. Embedded in the matrix are a variety of connecting and supporting fibers. Connective tissue can be divided into 4 main types. Let us see. Fibrous connective tissue. Fibrous connective tissue has many fibers of collagen closely packed together. It includes tendons, which connect muscle to bone. Ligaments connect bone to bone at a joint. Fascia binds our skin to underlying structures. Adipose tissue, it stores fat, provides insulation. The cells are filled with oil. Cartilage. Cartilage is a form of fibrous connective tissue that is composed of closely packed collagenous fibers in a rubbery, gelatinous substance called chondrine. The skeletons of sharks and human embryos are composed of cartilage. Cartilage also provides flexible support for certain structures in adult humans, including the nose, trachea, and ears. Bone. Bone is a hard porous tissue. It has a good supply of blood vessels and nerves. It consists of both living cells and a rigid mass of inorganic salts. Fluid connective tissue consists of the blood and lymph. Blood. It is made up of both cellular and liquid parts. The liquid part in the blood is the plasma, and the cellular part includes red blood corpuscles, white blood corpuscles, and platelets. Lymph. It is the fluid surrounding the body cells. It is the fluid that circulates throughout the lymphatic system. Lymph has almost same composition as blood plasma, but it may differ slightly. Lymph contains white blood cells, but it does not contain red blood cells. Both blood and lymph are mainly used in transportation. Now, next tissue type is muscle tissue. It forms the muscles of the body. Muscle tissue facilitates movement of the animal by contraction and relaxing of individual muscle cells. Types of muscle fibers occurring in animals are of three kinds: striated muscles, unstriated muscles, and cardiac muscles. Let us see in details, one by one. Striated muscles. These muscles are attached to and bring about the movement of the various bones of the skeleton, hence the name skeletal muscles. These muscles are under the control of human will. That is voluntary muscles. The muscles in your arm are moved only when you want to move it. 50% of our body weight is of this kind of muscle. The striated muscle occurs in bundles called fascicles. Each fascicle has a large number of muscle fibers that are held together by connective tissue, commonly found in arms and legs. It provides force for locomotion and all other voluntary movements of the body. Second type of muscle tissue is unstriated muscles. It is also called smooth or involuntary or visceral muscle. This smooth muscle always occurs in the form of thin sheets. Each sheet has a large number of muscle fibers that are held together by a transparent connective tissue covering. The individual muscle fibers in the sheet are elongated and spindle-shaped. Moments of passage of food in the intestine are caused by contraction of the unstriated muscles in the intestinal wall. Such muscles are composed of slender, tapering cells. Muscles of the iris of the eye and skin are also smooth muscles. Cardiac muscles. These muscles are also called as heart muscle and found only in heart. The cells in cardiac muscles are comparatively short. They are arranged in the form of a network. The muscle fibers are elongated, cylindrical, and branched. The branches become interconnected with one another to form a network. The cardiac muscle fibers have a very rich supply of blood. The contractions are slow but highly rhythmic and not sustained. And last tissue type of animal tissue is neural tissue. It is mainly related to nervous system. Nervous tissue is responsible for sensing stimuli and transmitting signals to and from different parts of an organism. It is made up of elongated cells called neurons. These are the basic unit of nervous tissue. Each nervous nerve cell consists of a cell body called sign. Sign contain nucleus. These neurons are important because they receive the electrical signals called nerve impulses, one or more elongated hair-like extensions called dendrons. One of these, the axon, may be very long, sometimes as long as 1 meter. Typically, axons carry signals away from the cell body, but dendrons carry signals toward the cell body. Axons form a bundle together to form a nerve. Nerve tissue is very important tissue. It is concerned with the perception and responses of animals.